What's poppin'? Welcome back to Midwest World. This is the Tubecast. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the content. Greatly appreciate it from everybody. Got a story time I want to tell you all about. I was thinking about this one. It was shoot. How old was I? I don't remember. It was like mid-20s, I think. You know what I'm saying? Early to mid-20s. I don't remember the exact age this was, but it was a close to midnight run. I'm not gonna say it was a midnight run because it did not start at midnight. It went into midnight, ended like around 1:30, 2 o'clock. But the game started at like 10. It was like a pro-am setting. All official dudes. It wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? You had to be official for this. You know what I mean? Because I was at B-Dubs. I was at Buffalo Wild Wings, man. So I was at Buffalo Wild Wings. And then my homeboy called me. He like, hey man, you want to run tonight? Now the thing is this, right? Usually if I'm called for a game or get called to hoop, it's usually I'm getting hit up early in the morning. It's never no situation where somebody calling me at 8 at night. You know what I'm saying? But so I thought I was in the clear because I had so many wings, bro. I ain't gonna hold you up. I was tearing them wings and fries up. I had like a plate of they was bone-in wings. They were so good, man. With the cheese fries. Oh my God, man. I was going to town. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So I did not have any thoughts of playing basketball whatsoever. But if I get called 95% of the time, I'm going. I mean, it's just what it is. I'm going, especially in those type of runs and stuff. So either way it goes, I got hit up like an 8. You know what I'm saying? He like, hey man, hey, we got to run tonight, you know what I'm saying, over here. Now I ain't gonna get a location and nothing like that, but we got a run over here tonight at 10 o'clock. You game? I'm like, man, I'm over here eating. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. He's like, it's gonna be fire. We got a lot of dudes showing. I'm like, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? I'll be up there. So I went back home and all of that, you know what I'm saying, and got my stuff ready, you know what I'm saying. I had some kind of duffel bag I had a highly durable duffel bag. I don't know if it's Adidas or Nikes. I don't remember, but it was a black duffel bag. Had my basketball, you know what I'm saying, my shoes. I think that time I was rocking. I was hooping in my Chauncey's and all that. I was hooping in some Chauncey's, you know what I'm saying? So I had that ready to go, you know what I mean? I took a shower before the game. I don't know. It's like a thing. I mean, I got to take a shower before and after the game. I know. But I like to be clean as a whistle. You know what I mean? So I took a shower, all that, got ready to go. Rolled up there. Man, listen, that environment was crazy. We went to the gym. Man, the warm-up was crazy. All right? The warm-up was crazy. And this gym setting you got like 4 courts. You know what I'm saying? It's like 4 courts. You know what I mean? You got 2 courts, and then you got the big old blue curtain separating the other 2 courts. So we was on the first 2 courts, right? So this, man, listen, it was... Man, this is one of the illest runs I've ever been a part of, right? You know what I mean? So they had the cat over there, keep a score. Because if you ever been to any of these certain, like, I just want to say pro-amish runs, they got somebody keeping score. All right, they got the scoreboard. It's not digital. Well, no, this one wasn't digital. You had to flip it. You know what I'm saying? So you had to flip the points and stuff. So all the games was up to 12. You know what I mean? All the games up to 12 win by 2. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And it was full court, right? So I'm like, cool, man. So I didn't get on. We didn't run until I waited to the second game because I was trying to wait. Man, I was trying to get that burning feeling on my stomach because I was killing them wings. So I ain't gonna hold you up. I was going crazy. So what I was doing was I was drinking a bunch of water. You know what I'm saying? And kind of trying to flush it out. You know what I mean? It does work. I know it sounds crazy. It do work. You know what I mean? To a certain degree. I was drinking mad water. So I was kind of waiting. So while I flush all this out, or try to flush a lot of that acidic feeling out, right? So the second game come, I get picked up. I'm on a squad. There's this dude, right? Had me feeling like Jason Kidd out there, because I'm the distribute man. The way I was feeling, I'm like, I got to distribute. Now, this day, I was hot. I only missed, out of all the games I played, I only missed like 4 times, but I shot all mid-range. I told you that's my bread and butter, the mid-range. You know what I'm saying? Mid-range all day, every day. And then when you playing with high competition, it's like your superpowers engaged. You know what I mean? Like whatever you good at, you running that. So I didn't do anything but shoot the mid-range. It was no fanciness to me. I was coming off screens, catch and shoot. Because you had to do what you was good at out there because you had so many dudes that was live like that. You know what I mean? You couldn't be out there, you know, getting out of pocket because you can get the ball stole for all kind of stuff. So every game was fast paced. You understand what I'm saying? They kind of went by quick. You know what I mean? So I don't remember how many games I played, but I know I missed only like 4 times. I was feeling good about myself, but I was out there on some Jason Kidd stuff because the dude I was rolling with. You know what I mean? Now, I kept playing on his team for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Squads were switching up, but I kept playing on his team. So my man's was he was stocky, shorter. I'm about 6'3". My man's like 5'11". You know what I'm saying? About 6'3", like 5'11". You know, stocky guy. He had like this curly small box. It's not a fade. He had like a small. It was like a mini afro, but with curls. It was, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? It didn't look crazy. I have a hard time explaining it, right? So, because it wasn't a fade, but he, you know, it was tapered up real. I don't know, you know. But this dude was cold, boy. He was playing like Baron Davis. You know what I'm saying? My man's was playing just like Baron Davis. All the animations. When I say he was playing like Baron Davis, he was playing like Baron Davis. He was dunking like Baron Davis. Mind you, 5'11". He was dunking like Baron Davis, shooting like Baron Davis, dribbling like Baron Davis. He was kind of built like Baron Davis. I'm like, you can tell that's who he likes. Because when it comes to basketball, right, you look up to somebody. You know, some guys, you got these cats that lie and say they don't look up to somebody or nothing like that, or you're not influenced by somebody. Look here, man. You influenced by somebody. That's how you fall in love with the game. You watch somebody, okay? So when I looked at the game as a kid, you know, I was watching, let me see. I watched a lot of Chicago Bulls games. I did like how Scottie Pippen played a lot. You know what I mean? Like Jordan, but it was something about how Scottie Pippen played the game, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Scottie, I just liked how smooth he played the game. All right? And then from there, it went to other players. But Scottie Pippen, me watching Scottie Pippen play basketball, I'm like, yo, I love how Scottie played the game, dog. Straight up. So, you know, I tried to emulate a little bit of Scottie coming up, but that quickly went away once I started discovering other players. You know what I'm saying? But Scottie, you know, when I look at Scottie, I'm like, man, he's kind of like what got me into really liking basketball. You know what I'm saying? Just watching Scottie Pippen play the game. And then it just slowly went over to other players and things like that. And then you pick from whoever, right? But my man's played just like Baron Davis. Now, there was this one game, I think it was like the third game. He was going back and forth with this tall, skinny dude. Like, my man's light-skinned, super light-skinned, but he was skinny. But my man's was cold. Cold. I mean, he was like a scarecrow out there, but he was cold. All of arms long, everything. Dude was cold, though. I mean, because he wasn't like Wemby tall and nothing, but he was tall. He was like probably... he was probably about 6'7", but his game was slick. You know what I'm saying? Like he did this one move where they was running up the fast break. They was point guard bringing up the floor. They threw it to him. He caught it with the left, and then he did like the little in and out dribble. All after the catch, all in one motion. He caught it with the left hand, in and out dribble, then crossed it back. Went to the paint, spun, and finished with the left. Like, that was nasty. That was smooth. He was out there wilding, but him and my mans was going back and forth. I was amazed. You know what I'm saying? I was amazed. And the thing is, I was telling him, like, you bring a lot of pressure because I gotta give you the rocks. I was pretty much playing the point. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's 5'11", I was playing the point, though. For whatever reason, I was bringing it up the floor. You know what I'm saying? So I felt a little pressure to make sure he get the rock because he got this duel going on. You know what I'm saying? Because, listen, though Skinny dude was out there killing it. My man's was bugging. I mean, and then he bodying folks too. So he had this move where he'd drive, but then hit you with the shoulder, step back and pull up. That boy be butter wet. That game all wet. You know what I'm saying? Wet. So he did this one move, man. We was going up, pick. You know what I'm saying? He ran off the screen, came behind me. I threw it to him. Then I popped. He kicked it right back. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I was kind of holding the rock because I was trying to figure out, because everything looked cut. I'm like, hold on, you know what I mean? Then he went, zoomed all the way around on some Richard Hamilton stuff under the basket, came back around, and then I dished it to him. Man, he pulled up. I mean, it was crazy because he pulled up soon as I threw it to him. Soon as he caught it, he just rolls up, blow, right by man's face. It was like a sequence to where it was like, okay, I came around, he threw it to me, then he zoomed all the way around. Didn't even run through no screens. He just ran all the way around. And then I kicked it to him. I didn't look. I just kicked it to him because I seen him coming. Because he was fast. You know what I mean? My man's had a hard time catching him. So he was zoomed all the way around. Threw it to him. Soon as his hands touched the rock, he just rolls up butter. I'm like, man, this dude out here tripping. You know what I mean? That was a fun game. That game right there was fun because my man's the tall dude was hit coming with so many slick moves. For him to be that tall and to be doing stuff like that, I'm like, this is crazy. It's like Lamar Odom type stuff. You know what I mean? Lamar Odom, his handle was mad smooth. I will say this. The guy we was on the team with, he was real physical. You know what I'm saying? The Baron Davis, he was real physical. You know what I mean? The Baron Davis player, like, real physical. Everything was physical. Probably because of his size. You know what I mean? He had to always bump somebody, get him up off of him. And he had to be real quick with the draw when it came with the shot. But the tall dude, the skinny one, oh, man. Everything was just smooth. I mean, the dribble was smooth. He didn't look like he was moving fast at all, but he was deceptively fast. You know what I'm saying? I didn't guard him at all because I was sticking somebody else. You know what I'm saying? There was a time I encountered him, you know what I'm saying? But it really wasn't nothing. It was like, he didn't have a rock or nothing like that. It was like a quick switch. But he was just smooth with it, man. My man's so smooth. Every time he laid it up, he hit the glass. I mean, you know when you're dealing with high-level guys, man. You know what I'm saying? So everything, I mean, that was a dope run. We was playing all the way into like, I'm going to say like 2. The time went by fast. I can't tell you how many games we played, but I know playing on the Baron Davis dude team, he was hot. He was hot. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you nice. I'm like, where do you play at? He like, what'd he say? He said, he said he's supposed to go overseas. He's just thinking about, he's mulling because he don't want to really he's mulling the decision because he didn't really want to leave his kids. You know what I'm saying? And he had to go by himself. You know what I mean? And he wouldn't be able to take his kids. Something like that. It was something in the lines of that. So he's like, man, I want to go play overseas. I got an offer. So I'm like, my man's is nice. You know what I'm saying? He is nice. You know what I mean? I forgot where he said he was playing, elsewhere, because you got a lot of semi-pro leagues out there that just, it's not to the masses. You may not really get paid at all. You know what I'm saying? If you do get paid, but you still got scouts there and stuff like that who will check you out, and then you get a deal. You might get a tryout, or you might get a G League offer, a D League offer at the time, something like that. You know what I mean? So he was playing somewhere. I forgot where he said he was playing at, but he said he had an offer to go overseas. He just thinking about it because he had a couple of kids. You know what I mean? He don't know if it's worth him necessarily leaving his kids. I'm like, I feel you on that. You know what I'm saying? I get it, man. I mean, I don't have kids, nothing like that, but I can imagine you all on the other side of the country, and then you can't take your kids, and then your woman can't go because she working. You understand what I'm saying? So listen, I feel him, but he's definitely good enough. I mean, there's a lot of dudes that's good enough. It's just really about making certain decisions. Like, a lot of it is this. Do you love the game enough to want to go through, the grind, the basketball, because it's not, a lot of people just think about the game. Oh, you playing basketball, putting the ball in the hoop, you're not thinking about the travel. You're not thinking about living in foreign places. You're not thinking about, the effect it has on your body after a while. You're not thinking about the loneliness and things like that, because a lot of people just want to just live normal lives, and there's nothing wrong with living a normal life. There's nothing wrong with that. I know some very talented people who just like, look, man, I want to live a normal life. I don't want to deal with whatever comes with. I'd rather just make my money that I'm making and just live normal. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with, because in a sense, that's more peaceful, because it's like, well, all I gotta worry about is my job, pay my bills, and that's that. I don't gotta worry about the other stuff that come with, you know what I mean? Whatever the case is. But then you got some people who want to live like, yo, I want to live this type of life, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, whatever suits you, whatever floats your boat. You know what I'm saying? But I know a lot of dudes, man, that's wicked at basketball. Some of the best basketball players I've seen, you know what I'm saying, was not in the NBA, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about this. You know, in the NBA, only 4,000 people played. There's only 400 slots. You gotta think about all the people in the world. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be getting that twisted, closed-minded. You gotta think about all the people that's in the world, man. Like, it's some nice dudes, man. It's just really situational. It's about connections. It's about if you really want it like that, too. It's a blend of all of that, because, you know, just because you nice at something, I don't mean you want it. You just nice at it. Some people are just gifted. Some people are gifted. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to rapping, now, I think I'm pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the best in the world or nothing, but I like my stuff, and there's people like it. But I done heard some cold dudes that rap, it's like, man, I don't want to rap. I'm just, but nice though. And like, I don't love it like that. You know what I'm saying? But got the gift. You know what I'm saying? Know how to put bars together. You know what I'm saying? Know how to project the voice right. Know how to write songs. They just don't want to live that life. You know what I mean? So you got a lot of talented people out there that, one, either just haven't been discovered, two, really don't want to deal with the nonsense like that, because, you know, politics can make you fall out of love with the game. You know what I mean? It can make you fall out of love with something, dealing with the politics. You know, politics definitely, and just the funny business, you know, that'll warp your love for the game. You know what I'm saying? It'll warp your love for the game. It's like anything. It's like getting in a relationship with a female. Like, you find a female, right? Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You only think about the good, but then all the flaws come in, and then it's like, damn, this ain't really what I thought it was. That's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like buyer's remorse. You look at something that you wanted for so long that you buy it, and then you get it. It's not. This is not even what I even thought it was gonna be. So, and that's the same thing when it comes to playing ball, you know, professionally, or doing anything professionally. You only looking at the positive side. You're not looking at the negative. Not saying you're supposed to, but you got to be aware and be real about certain stuff. You know, they think about, all the money that a person is supposedly getting. You got to think about this, right? You know, that type of money comes a whole lot of problems that some people just not equipped to deal with. Not equipped to deal with. You know, they think they can deal with it until, you know, they're in that position. They ready to go. They ready to, you know what I mean? Like, it's tough. Hold on one second. Excuse me. Goodness. Allergies. But, yeah, so it's like, this for you getting paid this to who? Okay, let's say this. Let's say somebody get $1 million to play overseas. What is taxes taken off that? Right? Just think about it. Let's say you're getting paid $1 million to go overseas. What is taxes taken off of that? You're getting taxed, and it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So let's say the taxes take about I'm gonna say 300,000 to be nice. That's $600K right there, right? So you gotta live. You know what I mean? Things like that. Where you living at? How much does this cost? You know what I'm saying? Are you trying to buy some crazy whip or whatever the case? Or are you just trying to buy you a car to get you A to B? Who you trying to take care of? How many people ask you for money? This, that, and the third. That million will be going very fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, faster than you think. You know what I'm saying? Faster than you think. You know what I mean? So a lot of these guys don't have the money that you think they have or you believe they have. It's a lot of stuff that go into this, a lot of stress that go into it. You know what I mean? And and then you absorb a lot of people's problems. people that don't even rock with you. But since you made it, that means we made it, when that's not true. You know what I mean? So a whole lot of dudes, man, they got the skills, man. Like, they just, they're like, man, I'm good on that. You know what I mean? And I understand, because I seen that side, and that side is rough. You know what I mean? That side is rough. You got to be equipped. You got to be built a certain way to even deal with that stuff. You got to think about this. How irritated do you get when people beg you for stuff? Think about that. How irritated. Times that like by 20. You know what I'm saying? By 20. You know what I mean? And then, it's just a lot. It's a lot. I could go into a whole segment, which I'll probably talk about that on another episode, about the pressures and the problems that come with you even obtaining somebody believing you got a certain amount of money, and how your whole world changed and flip upside down due to the people around you, not you. It's not you that's changing, it's the people around you that change. I mean, so me and dude was kind of talking about that just a little bit. He like, man, my life's peaceful, nigga. Like, he like, my life's peaceful, dog. I ain't trying to go through none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, pretty much, we was chopping it up about that. He like, man, it's not even like, I love the hoop. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I go overseas, but then, I open up a whole Pandora's box of problems I just don't want to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he did, if I'm not mistaken, the job he told me he did, I think he did the plumbing or welding. I don't remember. I'm going to say plumbing. I want to say it. Plumbers make good money, dog. So, I mean, plumbers make really good money, honestly. You know what I'm saying? He said the reason why he was up there hooping that night because he wasn't on call. You know what I mean? So he like, yeah, I ain't on call tonight. So, I wanted to run, you know what I mean? But yeah, he was a plumber, you know what I'm saying? And I think it was plumbing. But he like, man, my life is straight. I don't need to invite a whole bunch of problems. I'm saying, pretty much in a nutshell, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey, I feel you on that, man. You got to just gauge what's important to you. You know what I mean? You got to gauge what's important to you. If what's important to you is just, working, going home to your family, and that's that. It's nothing, man. Listen, there's nothing wrong with that at all. You know what I mean? At all. As long as your house in order and stuff like that, man, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's a blessing, honestly. You know what I'm saying? To be able to come home to somebody who care about you. You know what I'm saying? For real, in real life, and not for no fake stuff. You know what I'm saying? So nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? But if you want to live that high octane fast, you feel me? There's nothing wrong with that either. You just gotta know the kinds that come with it. You know what I'm saying? And know the type of environment you dealing with, the type of frauds and phonies that's gonna be around. Cause that's all you dealing with. A bunch of fake cats, a bunch of users, a bunch of leeches. You know what I mean? Like, that's all you do. You running in the pond of snakes. That's all you dealing with. So you can't really, when you on that side of the fence, you kind of got to think everybody lying to you, bro. Like, I mean, that's just what, for the most part, they do be. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be lying to you. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to take that in and really, like, understand that's what's happening here. So it's like, I mean, but it is what it is, though. That was a dope run I had. That was a very fun run. There's other ones. Try to think about other runs and then break the story, give y'all the story time about that. But that run was fire. You know what I'm saying? Because those two dudes, I was just looking at them in amazement. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, my man's play like Baron Davis, very skilled. I'm like, man, you cold, man. You just like, what? His height didn't mean nothing, bro. He's like, 5'11", I guess you want to say 6 feet on a good day. If he was to play, I say this, if he was to play in the league, they'd probably say he was 6 foot or 6'1". But in real life, he's like 5'11". You put the shoes on, he probably like 6 foot. Depending on the shoe, it might go up to 6'1". You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, man. But I'm pulling up to the crib. I to get some work done. I'm posting this probably Thursday or Friday. I don't know when I'm posting it. It's one of those days, man. So whatever day it is, you catch this, man. Enjoy your day. Don't let no suckers get you off square. You know what I'm saying? Stay positive. You know what I mean? And that's all you can do, man. Like, subscribe, share the content. Really appreciate it from everybody. Peace.